Alright everyone, me Caleb, Ted it's me, big nosed, no teeth, shiny dome, the genuine article. What I want to do, I want to talk to you about something that's been bugging me for a long time. Quite a controversial subject, and I'm sure some of you will maybe not like what I've got to say, but I ask you please to listen through to the end, yeah? And the subject I want to talk about is toxic masculinity. And what I want to say about toxic masculinity is that there's no such thing. It doesn't exist. It's an oxymoron. Well, I can hear from here people, what's he talking about? What's he talking about? I'm not saying there aren't toxic men. There are, unfortunately, and that's a problem. But it ain't masculinity. Let me explain. First of all, I'm going to define masculinity, what it is. Then later on, I'm going to tell you what it's not. To me, masculinity is all about protecting, nurturing, being kind, being honest, even putting ourselves in the way of discomfort and danger to help others, caring, so many things. But if you notice, they're all positive traits. And these is what masculinity is about. Let me tell you something. Now, if you're not doing them things, if you're not doing the positive things and you're doing the negative things, it is no longer masculinity. It becomes something else. It becomes twisted. It becomes wrong. Okay? So that's why I say there is no such thing as toxic masculinity. It is an oxymoron. If you're somebody, I say, oh, this man's a genius. He's genius. Mind you, he's been learning to read and write for years, and he's not doing very well. He's not doing very well at all. And he's trying to learn other subjects, but to be honest, he can barely put a coherent sentence together. A bit like myself. Now, you couldn't call somebody like that a genius. And if you did, it would be an oxymoron. The same as calling toxic masculinity when the behaviour they're doing is not masculine. Now, this is more than splitting hairs, much, much more. Now, I'll tell you what masculinity is not. It's not being rude. It's not being hard. It's not being dismissive of people's feelings. It's not being cruel. It's not being selfish. Any of these negative things. And if you think it is, then you, my friend, have succumbed to the demonic propaganda of this world that tries to demonise men. And it's wrong. Wrong. Now, what I'd like to do at the moment, just have a talk to you men. And I'm going to say something now that's even more controversial. Who'd have thought? And what I'm going to say to you men is, man up. Yeah, man up. Now, before you all start running off to your cry rooms, let me explain. If you think there is anything negative, anything bad about the phrase man up, then you don't understand what being a man is. You do not understand what masculinity is. Being a man means it's okay to cry. I cry a lot about a lot of things. Memories, I cry sometimes when I go up the mountains and see the waterfalls. I cry when I think about my grandchildren. It's okay to cry. It's okay to ask for help. A real man will cry. A real man will ask for help. So stop putting all these negative connotations on the phrase man up. Man up means be the best you can be. Is there anything wrong with being the best you can be? Do you want to be the best you can be? Of course you do. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with manning up. You should make people around you feel comfortable. People should be at ease around you. You should be approachable. All of that comes in to man up and masculinity. So again, if you think the masculinity is about all these negative things, which we get on social media all the time, isn't it? Come on, you men, stop being this, stop doing that, stop doing this, you can't do it. No. You ain't talking to men there, you're talking to... I can't even think of the words to describe them. But men do need to man up. They do need to be masculine. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And if you think there is, rearrange your twisted thinking. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. It'll be interesting to hear what you think about this. I hope I haven't triggered too many people and they're all running up their safe spaces or whatever. But anyway, I say to you men, again, man up. Be the best you can be. See you later, folks.